Hi everyone, it's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue, and my barky dog's there too. Hey, today we're going to do something really fun. This is a takeout box, and it is shaped and cut exactly like the takeout boxes you're used to from the Chinese food store. It opens up with this little flap and has a wonderful nice big space inside. This I cut on a 11.5-inch setting. I'm going to give you the file in the design space file. This is from Anna Griffin. And it cuts all in one giant piece, or you can make it smaller than the 11.5, and it creates a really adorable container for for something small. But I cut that on 11.5, and really there's only one cut, and that's the cut. Well, I don't want to say only one cut. Actually, there's probably a couple more cuts, but there's very few cuts. This cuts down either side, but a lot of scoring. A lot of scoring. And just to give you an example of let's move this out of the way, of the scoring that we do. This is a scoring that we did or actually a piece that I did in glitter cardstock. And let me just score it. And it has a lot of scoring. And it basically ends up being this part here is the bottom of the box. And then you have these 4 sections that are going to get folded in to create the actual box like this. And then the enclosure or the closure is right here. Now, let me just chat with you a little bit about scoring, because I know people have questions about it. The Explore family of machines only allows for scoring with a stylus. This is a little stick, and that it does score, and it works really well, but especially works well with regular paper. It's not the greatest thing, but it does work. It works better than if you had to score it all by hand, which is what we all had to do in the past. But it's really not a super deep score. And then you ran into problems when you use the scoring stylus. You ran into problems with the scoring not being thick, not being deep enough. That makes sense? So it was kind of hard to see. I don't know if you can see, this is a lined cutout, and there's the scoring right there. So you have to pay really good attention when you use the scoring stylus. Now, if you have a maker, which, you know, I understand a lot of people now have makers, that's wonderful. And I cut right now, I'm cutting with my maker, so I'm able to use my scoring wheel. And in cases of things like this glitter, I use the O2 tip. The scoring wheel has 2 tips. An O1, which we saw yesterday when we made these adorable little ovens. And then there's O2, and O2 is for papers such as this glitter cardstock. Also good for this, this is called sparkle paper. It's very thick. It reminds me of really authentic, right? Really authentic Chinese food container, right? Isn't that great? I don't think you want to be putting Chinese food in these, because I don't know, they're not made of that waxed cardboard, but you could put some like food in there, or maybe a little special treat from the Bath and Body Works place or whatever. So it really is, it's a fun box. I have actually cut these out when I did shows. I cut these out and was able to transport them all cut out and scored. And then when people made purchases of little things like soaps and stuff, then I would assemble the box that they wanted to take home. But the scoring wheel in the O2 setting is great because there's no cracking here, which can happen when you use the O1 on this kind of paper. Let me show you what I mean. This is done on O2 sparkle paper, and you can see actually, if you get real close, you can see there's actually 2 lines. That's from the 2 blades of, well, it's not really a blade, but the 2 wheels on the scoring wheel, and that makes it so when you fold it, it doesn't crack. And the cracking can look pretty yucky, so you do definitely, if you want to try your hand at something other than plain paper, you're going to want to use that scoring wheel with the O2. And once you've got it all cut out and scored, you're going to just make sure you go and fold all of the flaps. And there's a lot of flaps to fold. There's the, you know, the ones at the very bottom, right? That makes the bottom of your box. And then you've got the flaps on all of 4 of these sides. You see? And then you've got the flaps on the top. And you want to just go ahead and fold those. I like to do it on a flat surface, but I'm showing you today not. But I tend to fold back and forth on mine. So let's go ahead and do that. Just simply, I like the flexibility I get with scoring. I'm a big fan of scoring. I love scoring things. It's really fabulous for doing 3D things. Now, you know, I could use a scoring wheel for when I do a card, but to be honest, I think that's a little much. With a card, I know it's just like 1 score. This is a lot of scoring, and so I definitely would use the wheel for this. Now, on each of around, you'll see that some have these little circles. Those are going to be on the outside of the box. So you're going to work your way around, and you're going to put this flap, the one that doesn't have a circle, you're going to put this flap on the inside of the box. And you can do that with your glue. I'm going to make sure my glue's, this glue, I think I used this one today. Okay, so glitter paper and even the sparkle paper requires a lot more glue, and does require some patience as well, because glitter is, you know, kind of a rough surface. So if you choose to do the glitter like I'm doing this one for the demonstration, you're going to need to hold it and make sure that that glue really teaks, okay? And you're going to work around the box. I'm going to, for the sake of this demonstration, I'm not going to hold it, but you're going to hold it. You're going to hold it so that it stays. You don't want to get frustrated. But so you're going to work around the box and make sure those inside flaps are getting, see, on the inside flaps are adhering right at where the crease is, right? So we're going to do that for all 4 sides. And you, of course, you are going to take much more care in doing this than I am because I'm rushing to make sure that I don't take up too much of your precious time. So you see, I'm putting the inside flaps, and we still have these outside flaps to deal with, and we will deal with them, but I just want to make sure that these kind of get attached. Oh, of course it's going to give me a hard time on the video. That's the way life works, I guess. All right, so I put all 4 of these sides on there with enough glue to hold it in place. And then at this point, what you can do, let's pretend, I hope that it's kind of semi-closed. But at this point, you can start sort of fashioning the top. Again, it's all just scoring, and that will keep the shape of the box while you finish up the outside pieces. Okay, so then once you get the top together, and it's just the flap that opens up, you have these outside flaps, and those are the ones that have that little hole, remember? And what I like to use is this what do they call it? It's 22 gauge wire. This is all I had. I think maybe a thicker wire would be good too. I think the ones on the takeout boxes are much thicker, but this is all I had to work with, so this is what I'm working with. And I figured that this red wire would be a great addition to the gold glitter. And to make it thicker, I'm just I folded that wire in half and I'm turning it around with my finger so that I'm creating a little bit of a braid. You could be a lot more careful about that if you'd like, but it just, again, for the sake of the video. And then I'm going to take each end and place it in first on one hole and then on the other hole. Be careful because, again, it's still paper, you know, and then I'm just going to close it up or sort of loop it around, and you can fiddle with it however works for you. And then you take the other end of it and do the same thing on this side. All right, I'm putting the wire into those holes before I start, you know, sort of sectioning it off, or I want to check to see if it's the right size. I think that's kind of the right size. So then I'll fix this up. You know, you can play with this part of the project with all kinds of different ways that you can do the handle. Or if you choose, you could not have the handle and you could just simply glue those pieces into I think on the outside. You could glue them to the inside, I guess, but on the outside. And that is it. Isn't that adorable? Oh, it's so cute. And it just, personally, I love to make these boxes because there's like almost no gluing, so you're not going to be going crazy with the glue. And this is something you could do with a child. You can get them all cut out and you can do this with a child. I think this would be perfect for a Valentine's treat, like a box, maybe for your teacher. I'll come back in February when it's Chinese New Year to show you how I turn it into a really authentic looking takeout box with it even has that, I don't know what that is, like a temple or something like that written on the sides, and you can put up here like it says enjoy. Those are so much fun. And what I have done in the past is I've made those a little smaller. It has the writing on it, and then I've put fortune cookies in there for Chinese New Year and gave it to my son that he could bring it to his class, and it always went really, really fun. And I actually made the cookies myself, so I could put my own take on the fortunes that you get inside. That's a fun project that we'll do later on. But this is just about the box, and it's just really a cute box. It's not just for transporting cookies or food or whatever. You can make this into a gift box. And again, it is a design from Anna Griffin, and it is free in Cricut Design Space. It's just so cute. I just love these. And it's so much fun to make. So let me know if you're going to try this. This is really a fun project, and I enjoy making them. And I actually have made them, quite a number of them, and just really I've always enjoyed making them. So that's it for today. My name is Rita, and this is my channel, Miss Rita to the Rescue. Thank you for joining me. If you're not already a follower on Facebook or a subscriber on YouTube, would you do that for me? Would you subscribe for me? That really helps me out a lot and allows me to continue to provide you with these videos and all of these wonderful projects, because I am self-supporting, and it matters, you know, subscribers matters too, the powers that be, I guess. So thanks for coming today. I hope you make it a great day. If you make this project, be sure to post your version of it on this video. I'd love, love, love to see what you've come up with. Thanks. Have a great day.